both coupes are in the shop. How to make my garage feel very small. Just put 2 cars in it. Definitely takes up a lot of room, but silver car is going to be out of here very quickly. I just got some odds and ends that I want to touch up on it and put it into summer mode, because I hope we're going to get summer. It's April, middle of April right now, and it's like barely 40 degrees outside. It was nice last week. I think we're supposed to start getting nice here again, so silver car is going to come off of its winter setup and go on to its summer setup, which its summer setup is just going to be everything off the white car, since the white car is going to get stripped down. So I'm going to get the coilovers and the Avids on here for the summer and get this thing slammed. I might try a couple of other different rims and tires on it. We'll see. I have a lot of rims and tires. I might try a different set of 16s that I have after I get them powder coated. So who knows? Just mess around with a bunch of different options, and yeah. But the main thing I want to do is fix the exhaust on this thing, because it broke on me. So I acquired this Cobb 3-inch exhaust last spring. So it was going to be for this car after I went catless up pipe and all that, but that's going to be a while. So we're going to put it on this car, and I'm going to make it work with, I don't know where I put it. There it is. I'm going to put a WRX header on my NA engine, and I'm going to just cut the up pipe and make it go around to meet up to this, since I'm not doing an NAT on this. Please don't think I'm NATing this yet. I might. It would be fun. But I'd rather see this car get swapped than NAT'd. I have other things that I could NAT, so yeah. Gonna play around with it. Gonna get the exhaust fixed up on her today. I think that's just gonna be my weekend project, and then this week I'll get the coilovers and wheels off of here and we'll swap them onto the silver car. So here's a better look at what we're working with. I got a full Cobb 3-inch exhaust with a muffler. Other than that, it's just a straight midsection and, well, yeah, muffler. Then I'm going to use this here random section for that flange there to mate up with there. Then I'm going to hack into the up pipe, and I'm going to flip the up pipe around and see what I got to do to get a WRX header to work as an NA setup on here, and just have myself somewhat of a unequal length header on here. I really wanted to put the Killer B equal length on this car, but I don't know, I kind of talked myself out of it. It's for the white car. It would be kind of fun to play with it on here. Who knows, still could possibly, but for now we're going to do that. Get her, because if I do that, I don't have to spend money. I can just hack up a random up pipe I have laying around and merge it into this section over here and fit it up to the factory exhaust. So, well, not factory, but the Cobb replacement. So yeah, see what we can figure up. I'm gonna get this car jacked up on stands and see what I can figure out. So don't mind how leaky my car is. It's just a Subaru thing, I suppose. But running into a couple complications with the WRX manifold. Flange over here is hitting my bottom of my thermostat, which I could probably just trim it all off and then weld these together. The only thing is, this is a cast piece, so welding it could be meh. I might play around with another chunk I have laying around, see if it's weldable. And then over here, we are angled too far up. We are going right into the subframe, which obviously, if it was going to be turboed, not a problem. But since we are not turboing it, I'm not putting a subframe in here, so we do not have the option of going up. So depending on if this is weldable, I'll cut this, bend it down, and see what I can do there. Otherwise, it's not too bad. I think I'm going to play with the Killer B. I want to see how it sits on here. Maybe it mounts better, maybe not. The only thing is, I don't have a V-band to mate up to that, and I'm not modifying this in any sort of way. So yeah, I'm gonna throw it on there quick and see what it looks like. Well, I'm sure a lot of people probably could have told me this, but the Killer Bee manifold will not go on with the stock oil pan. I feel like I should have known that, but oh well. This will not be an option, which honestly does kind of suck. If I was willing to put my oil pan that I have on here, it would not interfere with the thermostat at all, and yeah, that would be kind of nice, but oh well. I'm going to get to dicking around, and I'll let you know if I can make that work. Well, made a good discovery here. This actually welds very nicely with my welder, thank God. My welder can be hit and miss sometimes, so this was just an extra piece I had laying around that I took off of another car that I thought was bad. So just used it, cut a notch in it, and tried welding her up, and like I said, she welded a lot better than I figured it would. So I suppose I'm gonna get to playing around with this one here now. This is gonna be the one we actually use. I'm gonna cut this guy here off. Maybe I'll cut this one off too, just have more room, make it look a little nicer. And I think right around here, I'm gonna cut it, not fully off, and just bend it down as much as I can and see how much of a gap we end up with. Worst comes to worst, I'll cut a little notch out of here to fill a gap if I have to, and yeah, we'll get it all welded up and make it work. For the spotter on the thermostat, I'm going to basically do the same thing. I'm going to just delete the flange around here, and yeah, see what happens. Hopefully we'll have clearance. If not, we're going to make clearance for that thermostat now. So heck yeah, I'll check in with you when I've made some progress on clearance. Got her all mocked back up and just about have enough clearance here now. I'm just going to go through and basically hammer a dent in it to take up the rest of the room for clearance on the thermostat, but otherwise I think she's going to be good. Maybe grind some of this out here more to clear the hose a little bit too, but we will see. Otherwise I think she's going to end up working out. This side here, I got the notch cut for this flange to be bent down, but I'm going to cut it more so that I can bend it more down and out. So yeah, gonna take this side off and do some more playing around and see what I can come up with. Progress has finally been made. Got the flange over here cut off, angled, and welded on how I want it. Think it's gonna be pretty good. I gotta now connect that section up to here using what's left laying around over there. I ended up taking one of the crappy downpipes I have laying around and cutting off the back section of that. That way I had the factory transmission mount. So now I just got to go from here to here and then downsize it slightly to make it merge up to the 2.5 or whatever size 2-inch that is. But yeah, otherwise not too bad. Definitely a little bit of work to get a WRX manifold on this, but still better than buying a whole manifold to make this work, and it's obviously better than trying to reuse this, maybe. I mean, yeah, it would have been easy to just take that off and make a little to it, but what fun is that? I mean, let's be for real here. So, might as well make something. Might sound cool, might not. We'll see. Alrighty, got her all welded up and, you know, as usual, looks like shit. But, is what it is. No matter what I do with my welder, it's a new problem every fucking time I use it. My power is god-awful in this garage. I'm using a different outlet that I normally like to use. It's actually giving me good power tonight. But fucking now I'm just not getting gas penetration. Fucking don't know what's going on there, but like I said, it's what it is. Judge me for it all you want. Just gonna run it. Could really care less as long as it don't leak So, yeah. Probably gonna call it a night there and catch up tomorrow, get the other end welded on here and get her finished up. Well, I decided to spend the extra 15 minutes and just get this other side welded out. And it actually came out really nice. A lot better than that side. So I'm assuming I just did some pour prep on the metal or some oil dripping through the manifold got into it as I was welding. Who knows? But I'm gonna say it is what it is, and this thing can go on the car tomorrow. Then all I gotta do is modify my old downpipe to then meet up to the 3-inch cob. So yeah, fun stuff as usual. Always love my weird side projects. Welcome back to early Sunday. Left off yesterday with having the manifold all done. Got her all welded up, clearanced up for up there, re-clearanced for right here. And it actually worked out good. This is just an aftermarket up pipe for a WRX that obviously I rotated the flange for and got it to come out the right angle. So it's just a matter of connecting it up to that guy there. And I have this chunk left of the downpipe that this is from, so just kind of holding that up and eyeballing it and deciding which end I want to cut the bend off of. So yeah, gonna get that figured out here, get it tacked in there and welded up, and then this exhaust will be all done. And I will say, I'm extremely curious how it's gonna sound on an NA motor. So over the years, NA motors have not really impressed me for exhaust sounds, so yeah, we will see. I'm either gonna really hate it or I'm gonna kind of like it, so we will see. It's gonna be hard to beat how quiet it was. It's really funny to say, but I really enjoyed this car being extremely quiet, so yeah, it's gonna be different. There, got her all welded out. Ended up putting a little clearance dent in there for the subframe because it was closer than I wanted it to be, and after I tacked it, I couldn't bend it down, and honestly I had it so nicely tacked that I just didn't want to break them. So a nice little clearance on there, and she's good to go. Will say, not my best work as usual, but oh fuck. Who gives a fuck? If you're judging me for how the welds on my exhaust look, screw you, because you're not looking at the car then. So I suppose let's get this thing on here and let's see if this thing sounds decent at all. Okay, got her all bolted up, and we'll see. She didn't turn out too bad. It's held up nicely all out of the way. There's my whole adapter and all that. So yeah, I'm extremely curious on how this is going to sound. So I'm going to set up my phone back here, and yeah, we will find out. Well, take two. My phone fell over. Alright. See what happens this time. Whoa. That's a lot louder than I expected. Doesn't sound half bad though. Wow. out of here and driving, but wow, it's definitely a lot louder than I expected. Oh man, funny. A little. Hopefully this is a little better view, maybe. Wow. The idle sounds nice though. That's funny. I would not have expected it to honestly be that loud with a muffler. But then again, it's only a muffler, so is what it is. At least that's all done. I suppose I'm gonna start getting this thing ready to get the coilovers on it now, so then we can hopefully take it for a drive soon. That's hilarious. Probably gonna be changing the exhaust again, but it'll be fun for a little while at least.